Next, we go from the American Athletic Conference Championship to a conference I have yet to talk about, Conference USA Championship. And my winner for that is Western Kentucky. By the way, Tulane over 8.5. Now, Tyson Helton. Coach Helton is a model example of consistency in Western Kentucky. But they have yet to win the Conference USA title since Jeff Brom has left Western Kentucky, which just shows how great of a head coach Jeff Brom is. Me and Ace rave about Jeff Brom all the time. But Jeff Brom and Western Kentucky won the title in 2016, and Helton has been there. He made it in 2021 when they lost to UTSA, and he made it last year when they lost to Jack State in dominating fashion. He has yet to win it, but I think this is the year where he isn't the bridesmaid and we'll say he isn't the groomsman and he becomes the groom. I think this is the year he gets it done. Especially it's because to me, there's not one team in Conference USA that is like head and shoulders above the rest. Excuse me. To me personally, everybody in Conference USA lost a ton, including Western Kentucky. But like Sam Houston, they lost Casey Keeler, the head coach. He's now gone. Jack State, they lost Tyler Huff, Trey Stewart, and Rich Rod, now gone to West Virginia. Liberty, they lose Quentin Cooley, Caden Salter. So that's big pieces of the offense there. FIU, they lose Eric Rivers and Dean Patterson. I know Keon Jenkins still there. I'm not so at the quarterback position of FIU. The Kennesaw State, they lose Coach Bohannon, have a new head coach. Didn't have a great season at all. Won a couple games. They did upset Liberty, but they were at the bottom of the Conference USA, and I don't know if they got that much better. Then you have Middle Tennessee State, who has been kind of like they name, the middle of Conference USA. Louisiana Tech, just to me, had a solid team last year. Couldn't establish a quarterback, couldn't establish whether they wanted Evan Bullock or I can't even remember the other quarterback name right now. I think it's Jack Turner. But they couldn't establish their quarterback situation. And then last but not least, New Mexico State, again, a solid team, but it's not the same since they lost Diego Pavia and played in that Conference USA title game 2 years ago. So I think Western Kentucky has a real strong chance to finally, since Jeff Brom, win the Conference USA title. Now they're coming off an 8-6, 6-2 season where again they lost the Conference USA title game to Jack State, 52-12. They lose the Boca Raton Bowl 27-17 to James Madison. They did get a new offensive coordinator, Rick Bowie from Abilene Christian, and he brought over his guy Maverick McAvoy, from Abilene Christian at quarterback. They did lose Caden Veltkamp. He did go to FAU, so that's a huge blow. They returned 4 starters, 1 on offense, 3 on defense. The starter on defense, they returned Anthony Brackenridge, linebacker, 24 total tackles, 15 solos, 4 fumble and fumble recovery. Kent Robinson, a defensive back, 33 total tackles, 28 solos, 2 sacks, 4 pass breakups, interception, and 4 fumble. And DeMarco Williams, a safety, 37 total tackles, 20 solos, pass breakup, 2 interceptions. Again, they lost Caden Veltkamp. Quarterback went to FAU. He went 258 at 389, 66.3% completion percentage, 3,108 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. Elijah Young, a running back who's currently trying to make the Buffalo Bills, 201 carries, 883 yards, and 3 touchdowns. It's like 4.4 carry. Keyshawn Johnson, a receiver currently trying to make the Browns, 75 catches, 925 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Easton Messer trying to transfer with this guy to FAU. Receiver who had 55 catches, 793 yards, 4 touchdowns. Now, he wasn't technically a starter, but Katie Hutchinson does return for Western Kentucky. So that's huge, the speedster that can stretch the field. They did lose Dalvin Smith, a receiver who had 31 catches, 406 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Devontae Matthews, defensive back, who had 99 total tackles, 55 solos, 2 interceptions, a forced fumble, and 4 fumble recoveries. Hosey Wheeler, defensive lineman, 65 total tackles, 27 solos, 2 sacks, forced fumble, fumble recovery, and he transferred to Indiana. Upton Stout, a cornerback trying to make the 49ers, who had 53 total tackles, 30 solos, a sack, pass breakup, and interception. Keyshawn Swanson, defensive back, 63 total tackles, 39 solos, and 2 pass breakups. Darius Thomas, a linebacker, 54 total tackles, 30 solos, 4 sacks, a fumble recovery, and a forced fumble, transferred to Oklahoma State. And Deontay McCray, a D lineman who transferred to Florida State, who had 56 total tackles, 23 solos, and 2.5 sacks. They're the 82nd overall recruiting class, 75th in transfers. Again, I've already told you about Maverick McAvoy, who we went 312, 499, 62.5 completion percentage, 3,847 yards, 30 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Variant Cole, transfer safety from App State, 28 total tackles, 11 solos, and a pass breakup. And Isaiah Myers, transfer receiver from Charlotte, who had 13 catches for 237 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, they were 82nd in total offense, 97th in total defense, 25th in passing, 117th in rushing, 92nd in scoring offense, 9th in passing defense, 130th in rushing defense, and 64th in scoring defense. Their issue to me, beyond just throwing just screen passes, I know Caden Velkamp and Katie Hutchinson could stretch the field. Easton Messer was big on third down, but Western Kentucky in the past couple of years were really like screen made, receiver screen made, and yards after the catch made. But beyond all that, they never established the starter to me at running back. They liked Elijah Young. They liked I can't think of his name right now. My God. Because I think I'm thinking back too far with the running back I'm about to say. So I think he was gone last year. But it was like 2 to 3 guys last year that kept rotating, and they never really found a guy at running back. And I think that's the issue. I think if they could find a guy, they can be okay running the football. I can't think of Brad name. And like I said, the running back I'm thinking about, I think is too far behind. But anyway, I get the point. They just didn't find a guy. But we're going to move on to the schedule where they play tomorrow. I will be previewing that game at 6 in the morning. So tune in. Probably at 6:30, 6:45 in the morning. But it will be previewed in the morning. Sam Houston, I have as a win. North Alabama at home, I have as a win. At home on the road against Toledo, I have as a win, but that game can go either way. Nevada, I have as a win. Missouri State, I have as a win. Delaware, I have as a win. Both on the road. FIU, I have as a win. On the road against Louisiana Tech, I have as a win. New Mexico State, I have as a win. Mid-Tennessee State, I have as a win. On the road against LSU, I have as a loss. So you thought I was about to say win, huh? No, I have as a loss. And on the road against Jack State, I have as a win. I have them going 11-1, 8-0 in conference play, making the Conference USA Championship game, and ultimately winning. I do have them blitzing through, but they don't play Liberty, which is big. And, yeah, that's really the game that they don't play for real. It's Liberty. But they could be seeing Liberty in the Conference USA Championship. They could. I don't know. But I do have them winning the Conference USA. Taking the over 7.5 win total for Western Kentucky. Now, hopefully I'm right, but I feel like they might drop a game or two. But next.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.